The Buccaneers have robbed the NFL once again. The Bucs are making a big signing. They have made a big signing right before this season, and they are just loading up on this youth and the potential that these guys want to stick around with this team for a long time. And this contract won't even start till next season. I'm Sebastian with Buccaneers Digest. Welcome back, everybody. I am thrilled to be talking to y'all about on just this glorious Friday, the eve of the first game of the Buccaneers, but right after the game with the Cowboys and Eagles. And man, I mean, the front office has been at work this week. I mean, they had Godwin earlier this week, and now we have another huge signing to talk about. But first, make sure to subscribe. 95% of viewers are not subscribed, but that's just fine. Hit the bell, hit the button, join Bucs Digest. We're here with all the updates, including this awesome contract signing that we just got today. Let's get into it. The Bucs have signed our guy, Zyon McCollum. Buccaneers and starting cornerback Zyon McCollum, this is reported by Adam Schefter, reached an agreement today on a 3-year, $48 million extension that includes $35.4 million guaranteed per his agent. And this contract will be going through the 2028 season, starting in 2026. And then I wanted to talk also about Zyon McCollum's PFF grades, which, you know, he was a good corner for us. He had a much stronger first half of the season last year of 2024 and then struggled a bit more in the second half, but that's okay. I mean, overall, he had as positive, he's above average on a lot of his grades in overall pass rush, coverage grades, all that stuff. Run defense, he could use some work, but still is like overall pretty average in that. He had a great interception against the Lions, if people remember that game. He even had an interception in the preseason against the Steelers. It was like the second play of the starting defense. He had a pick. So overall, he has proven to the front office, to the Bucs, to the fans as well, that this is a deserving contract for Zyon McCollum. And it's really like a huge, awesome, I wouldn't say underpay, but it's a bargain for the Buccaneers because Zyon isn't exactly at the peak of his powers yet. He's still trying to develop as a player. He was drafted in 2022 in the 5th round, and it's really exciting to see just the way he's developed since then. He was going into his contract year this season, and before I was talking about him as a player who was trying to prove himself this season to get this contract, but the Buccaneers feel like he has earned this by this point, and they feel confident with him. And again, I really like this strategy of showing, listen, guys, we don't want you to play on contract years unless you're Mike Evans or Lavonte David, who at this point they're just signing 1-year deals just to see when they're going to retire. So that's a different situation. These guys want to get long-term deals because they do plan on playing football for the foreseeable future, and they want to have security in the city with the team, with the culture, the fan base, all that good stuff. And so this is also a good sign of good faith. You love to see it from the organization and the fans. I can't imagine people are being mad about this deal. There's not much of an overpay for Zyon, and it's a guy, like I said, still working on getting even better. He has a chance to overtake Jamel Dean as cornerback 1, in my opinion. We'll see what happens this season, but this can only motivate him because the front office believes in him, and so Zion's got to go out there and be like, okay, I got to prove it to them. I got to show that they didn't make a mistake extending me. I want to make sure that this team trusts me to overtake Dean to be that CB1. I know Dean doesn't want that, but fans are kind of feeling like that's probably what's going to happen going forward. And so regarding where McCollum falls in his contract, according to Spot Track, he's actually tied for the 22nd overall deal in terms of corners in the league, and Dean is still ahead of him. So you can see this list in the range of where he is, who he's over, who he's underneath. But AJ Terrell still getting paid around 80. His deal is $81 million a year, which that's, or sorry, not a year, but overall he's getting paid. His contract is a lot bigger than Zion's. Whereas Zion's is $48 million overall. There's a big discrepancy in terms of their contracts and just yearly what they're earning. And so it'll be interesting to see how this ends up aging. in the future, like my guess is most Bucs contracts age pretty well. It's like in the past few years, in the Jason Licht era, he typically does not make many bad deals, and the mistakes that the front office makes only really ends up being like if they reached on a player in the draft. Like pass rushing, drafting pass rushers has been something that the Buccaneers have struggled with. So here, this is just kind of it's interesting to see who Zyon really currently ranks nearby, and this is after his deal. So like this is where he ranks. He's not even getting paid this money until 2026. So it's just really interesting to see. And then, there's the salary cap keeps going up every single year. So there'll be more money for the team to work with. And the Glazers have been a great pair of owners to really work with. They give the money that the team needs to work with. And overall, it's just really exciting. They don't mind handing out these contracts early. They have faith. They have great relationships with the players. I've just been really thrilled because Zyon has been a really positive force, a great guy to watch develop in these past few years. A guy who's really he has a lot of potential, and that's not everyone's favorite word. It's not my favorite word sometimes, but overall, I mean, in the NFL, when you guys know that a guy hasn't hit his ceiling yet, he's still making great plays. He can guard guys one-on-one. Some of the wide receiver ones in the league he will go up against, which I think is really important for him. And he is ready to take on that next step and just being able to be that lockdown guy, or at the very least be a cornerback two, a mainstay cornerback two. Because here's the thing, people may not like it. I have my frustrations with it, but Jamel Dean is a favorite of Todd Bowles. And maybe that's a mistake from Todd Bowles. And I really don't want to dog on Jamel Dean because I think he's a great guy. I love his make a scene, it's just Dean. But there's just been times where it's quite obvious he's getting torched by opposing quarterbacks, and he's getting targeted, which is, you never want your cornerback one to get like bullied or targeted by other teams. And it feels like Zyon, who's still working his way up, like in terms of his skills and his experience, that there's a chance that he's going to surpass Dean and not let these things happen. He has experience getting turnovers. His play recognition is getting better. We have rookies coming in to kind of like help with the competition, and he can help mentor, and they can all make each other better. So overall, I am excited about what these guys can do. Like, they all have a lot of years now with the Buccaneers left to go. I mean, Zion's going to be here till 2028. The rookies that signed their rookie year deals will be here till 2028. So overall, I'm just so thrilled. I think that this is a great move from the Bucs, and I can't imagine other people. I mean, there could be people who think maybe we should still go into free agency next offseason and go after some other corners. Maybe I think Trent McDuffie hasn't re-signed with the Chiefs. He's a name maybe to look out for. But then again, the Bucs they home grow their guys. They draft them, they develop them, then they extend them. That's just really how this franchise works. And overall, I can't be too mad about it. Overall, I think a lot of people would agree. Greg Allman also had to say the McCollum extension, like Gadecki's, starts after his rookie contract. So this one runs from 2026 to 28. So you can evaluate it on positional ranking now, but several other corners will get new deals before this one even starts. One of the benefits of getting ahead of free agency. So for example, if the Bucs were to go through this season and Zyon finishes on his rookie deal without a new contract or extension in play, it's basically going to be like, okay, now you're competing with other teams during the free agency period for the better contract, where Zyon will be testing free agency. He'll be seeing what other teams want to take him up. I mean, he's still earning, after his extension, he's still earning less money than Carlton Davis. And some people will say at this point that Zyon right now is better than Carlton is right now, with Zyon on the way up and Carlton on the way down. I mean, listen, I wish Carlton Davis all the best. He helped us win a Super Bowl, but at the same time, he also had his problems. He would struggle sometimes when he was going up against wide receiver ones. And so I'm just excited to see a guy who is still developing, still getting better, a great positive influence, has the chance to maybe become a team captain in the future. I really just think that overall Zyon he has really good ball skills. He is starting to understand play recognition more. He creates fumbles, he's physical, and he's agile. I think all these things are really, really good when it comes to his artillery for defense. And then lastly, Greg Allman had to say, in locking up Godecki and McCollum, Bucs keep 2 free agents seen among the best available next spring. Evans and David are free agents, but unlikely to play anywhere else. Those guys are Bucs for life. They still have Hassan Reddick, Cade Otton, Logan Hall, Rashad White, and others on expiring contracts. So the biggest name there, in my opinion, is Cade Otton, who has not gotten an extension yet. And it's interesting because I think Cade is very much deserving of an extension. I personally would love to see him get extended. We haven't had many tight ends in Bucs history who have gone past the rookie deals, and I wouldn't mind Cade be one of those mainstay guys, because he's even expressed interest in that. He wants to be one of the guys who gets extended and stays with us. He seems to be a really hard worker. Mike Evans loves him, and I know this is a Zion video, but similarly, in terms of showing faith to Zion, I would not be surprised if they show the same faith to Cade pretty soon. Or, I mean, even in free agency, that they will probably make him a priority. Rashad White, unfortunately, he's probably going to be one of the guys who's the odd man out. Logan Hall, at the same time, he's a good rotational piece, but we drafted him in the first round to be a bigger role than what he has been. So in the end, the priority is probably going to be Cade, and I can't imagine other people wanting other players over Cade Otton on the Buccaneers, at least, and guys that they want extended. So that's kind of where my head's at, seeing that list. But you just gotta love what they're doing here, the good faith, and how the Bucs players, the coaches, the front staff, everyone seems to be really complimenting each other really well. The synergy is there, the trust is there, and now they're going to go execute for each other. There's no drama, man. Isn't that awesome that we don't have to deal with really just wild Michael Parsons type of stuff, where I don't know. It's really refreshing, and to the point of the Brady era, there was a lot of drama because it's when it comes to Brady, there's always something, not really necessarily caused by Brady, but there's so much media attention on every little thing that happens, whether it's with Bruce Arians and Brady and their relationship, Byron Leftwich just struggles on any side of the field, it will be held under a microscope. So now that Brady's gone, we've kind of gone back to being seen in a less of a spotlight in the national sense. And I think that's really helped the team because they want to be talked about, but they also don't mind kind of really formulating and solidifying, crystallizing this culture, these guys. There's no drama. I think it's just, and that really comes down to what Jason has really emphasized, is getting the guys first, having the better people over the players. And obviously you want really talented guys. He said that he can deal with some attitude if the skill that they have or the talent they have will exceed it or make it worth it. That's just, it's like the talent attitude scale or crazy level or whatever it is. There's a graph for it for sure. And it applies to football or sports maybe most of all, rather than just dating. So anyway, I think that this is just a really fantastic signing. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this signing? Are you excited? Are you worried? Do you think Zion has a chance to become cornerback 1 of this team? Do you think that's still going to be Dean's spot for the foreseeable future? Let me know in the comments below what you see happening, transpiring with this Bucs secondary, the corner room, and with Zion in particular. But this is Bucs Digest. Make sure to subscribe. We will be doing a live stream of the game on Sunday against the Falcons. Huge game. And just make sure to see it. I mean, Zion's going to be there. He's going to be happy because he has a new contract, and I can't wait to see him ball out because we're going to need him. We're going to need him big time. But, regarding that, I will see you all in the next video. Make sure to stay here with us, but can't wait for the season.